Hey all, Dr. Paul here. Are you all starting a business or growing a business in the Orlando, Florida area? If so, inevitably, you're going to need a business plan. As a business plan writer and a business consultant for the Orlando, Florida area, I have done a lot of research in the area. And so what I decided to do is create a web page that is devoted to businesses in Orlando, specifically for business plan writing and research. And the title of the page is Orlando, Florida, Business Plan Writing Guide and Research. So what I like to do in this video is just to introduce y'all to the page, why I included some of the sections, and share with y'all that information, and hopefully it'll help you write a better business plan. And if you ever need help writing it, just feel free to reach out. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so as promised, here is my Orlando, Florida business plan research and guide. And so what I like to do in this video is to share with you all some highlights of the webpage. Again, feel free to go to it if you are writing a business plan and you want to get some research done on the background of the area. All right, so the guide starts off with what this guide includes. So what I did is I kind of made a table of contents of where all the information is. I mean, I've got like 7,000 or 8,000 words here, a lot of different sections. And so what I want to be able to do is just provide you all with an overview of where the most important information is for you. There's a lot of different businesses out there, and each business is going to need a different segment of this web page right here. So, like I said, this little table of contents is a great starting point to go to exactly where you want to go. That's of most interest to you. All right, so the first thing I start off with right here is going to be the brief history of Orlando. Is a great area just to get a feel for where the historical roots come from for Orlando area residents. Next section is going to be the Orlando demographics and marketing insight. I talk about why demographics matter. And the biggest takeaway from this section right here is just to know that we do have UCF, University of Central Florida, in the area. So we are having a lot of businesses starting up that is geared towards college students or who are using college students as employees to gain their youth and their knowledge for their business growth. And the next section that I included here was going to be transportation corridors. So, transportation is important. I mean, if you have a lot of employees, you do want to make it convenient for them to be able to get on and off from the interstates, the throughways, such as, I-4, State Road 417, and so on. So we do have a lot of major interstate sections in the area, and businesses are able to exploit those opportunities, as well as exploit opportunities for travel to and from for your business, for your employees, and even your customers. The next section is some entrepreneurial resources. So when you're starting a business, a lot of people do need some resources for those businesses. And here is some highlights of the various resources that are available for entrepreneurs: Orlando Score, UCF Business Incubation Hub, and so on. Next is going to be some funding sources. Just about every business, when they start up, they're going to need some type of funding. So here are some highlights of some local funding sources that are available in the Orlando area for SBA loans as well as local banks. I talk a little bit about credit unions as well as the potential for angel investors and state and local grants as well. And I will also be building out this page to include some links, especially for local states and grants. That'll be coming in the near future. Next section is going to be, I talk about the tourism and seasonality. Orlando is a huge tourism hub, and that not only generates a lot of jobs, but it generates a lot of startup businesses as well. And so there is, again, opportunities to exploit for business owners in this type of industry as well. So just keep that in mind and feel free to go through this information that talks about some of the various opportunities. Next section I talk about is going to be workforce availability throughout the Orlando area. And then from there, I dive into common mistakes that are made when writing a business plan specific to the Orlando area. One of the biggest ones is going to be underestimating competition. When you're starting a business, don't just look at your local competition. Don't look across the street or even in the same city anymore. There is a lot of services that are being provided that the business owner does not need, or the person providing the service doesn't need to be in Orlando. They don't need to be in Florida. They don't even need to be in the U.S. So when you're doing your research for your competition, have a broad scope of your research and don't just definitely look in the area, but also consider the wider range of competitors as well. Next section I talk about is just a little bit about me, why to hire a business plan writer. I talk about that a little bit towards the end. I want to give you all the information that I've gathered up front, and then, of course, do a little bit of sales from me as well. From there, I discuss why it's important to have a business plan writer, and the final section that I go into is beyond the business plan. So yes, you're writing a business plan right now for your Orlando area business, but that is not the end. That is just the beginning. When you get your funding and you're done, when you're done with your business plan and you get your funding, now your Orlando area business, it needs to go ahead and start up and grow. And when you do that, your business planning doesn't stop there. You're now going to need an operations plan, a marketing plan, and just a financial model as well. So just keep in mind, just because you've got your business plan done, your planning doesn't stop there. You also need a strategic plan. You've got a lot of other plans that you want to go ahead and use to create a solid foundation, not only for growth, but just to make sure that your business operates the way you want it to operate. All right, and then I talk about a little bit about my book. Feel free to take a look at my book. It's a great book. I love it. I wrote it. And then the final section is just a little bit about me again, and I talk about my credentials and how I've been in the Orlando area for the last some 40 years or something like that. I've been here for a while. All right, so yeah, hopefully this information is helpful. If you are writing a business plan for your Orlando area business, this is definitely the spot to check out for your research, and hopefully this information is helpful. Let's go ahead and wrap it up and sum it up. All right, and now a little bit about me. Again, Dr. Paul Borosky, owner of Quality Business Plan. I am a business plan writer as well as a pro forma financial projection model professional. I do write the business plans myself as well as create the pro forma financial projections. So I've been doing this for about 13 years. So if you do need a business plan writing, love to help. Also, I'm a business growth consultant. Just because I write your business plan and I get you started and I help you get your funding for your small business, my relationship with you doesn't end there. I also use what's called Dr. Paul's Organized Plan and Growth Strategy, where I help you launch your business as well as take you through the starting phase and help you grow your business into a successful business. And then finally, I do have some professional academic experience, adjunct professor as well as subject matter expert for both business and finance. I've been a college professor for about 11, 12 years now. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up and pack it up. All right, hopefully this information was helpful. Again, Dr. Paul Borosky, owner of Quality Business Plan. Services that I do offer is business plan writing as well as creating the pro forma financial projections for the business plan. I do provide business consulting using my Dr. Paul's Organized Plan Growth Strategy. I also offer organizational management. If your small business is in disarray, I'd love to help you not only organize it, but set the strategy and also the foundation for growth. I also do fractional COO and CFO services as well as general consulting. Go out, make a little bit of money, and hopefully this video was helpful. Thanks.